Hey everybody, it's Eric from epautos.com, your libertarian car guy, and I thought I'd show you something interesting this morning. We're looking at the engine bay of the 2020 Mercedes GLE 450. So this is the version of the GLE that has the new inline six-cylinder engine, which I've commented about already, which is really good news in my opinion. It's a wonderful type of engine. They are inherently balanced, which means they're inherently smooth, and plus they make a really sexy sound. If that matters to you, matters to me. But the thing I wanted to talk to you about this morning, I'm going to try and show you here if my camera will allow it. We're looking at the front of the engine, and you may notice something unusual. And what's unusual is that there are no pulleys and there are no belts, no drive belts. You can look down at the bottom there and you can see the harmonic balancer at the front of the engine, but there is no pulley on it and there are no belts driving anything. Over there to the right you can see the air conditioning compressor, but it's driven electrically. And the same goes for the water pump, also driven electrically. And rather than a conventional alternator, the Benz has a motor generator that is mounted and integral with the back of the engine. Unfortunately, I can't show it to you. And it's part of the new 48-volt electrical system that also comes with this package. Now, it eliminates the need for the belt, obviously, so you'll never have to worry about losing a belt or changing a belt, and that maintenance is gone with this vehicle. But the main reason for the disappearing pulleys and belts, well, there's two reasons. One, with the six-cylinder engine, it allows a more compact package. You can see that if you had belts and pulleys here, it would be a little bit tighter. An inline six-cylinder engine, of course, is longer this way than a V6 engine, and so that's one of the reasons you don't see too many six-cylinder engines. But the other reason has to do with the 48-volt system that's in the Benz, and the main reason for that is because of the auto start stop system that this car has, and which a lot of new cars have, and probably very soon almost all new cars will have. It's a fuel saving measure. A lot of people really don't like it. I personally don't like it because you have this abrupt cycling of the engine every time you come to a traffic light, or when traffic slows and you stop for a moment, the engine shuts off, then it turns on, then it turns off, and it goes on and off and on and off. And there's usually a very noticeable characteristic shudder shake when that happens. Part of the reason for that is that the 12-volt electrical system, which we've had now for 50-something years, really isn't up to the job of instantaneously starting engines the way the auto start system is supposed to work. So with the 48-volt system and an integral motor starter, as here, you get virtually immediate restarts such that they're really not noticeable anymore, which is a plus from the standpoint of the driver. It's a necessity from the standpoint of the car companies because it helps them meet the federal fuel economy FOTWAs. So that's all really good. Also with the 48-volt system, you can power a lot of these increasingly complicated electrical systems, and you can do it with, as I understand it, wires that are not as thick, and so that saves also some weight and some money when they manufacture the cars. So that's all to the good. On the downside, of course, you got a 48-volt electrical system, and in this car you have a lithium-ion battery that goes with it, and we really don't know yet what the impact of this is going to be in terms of down-the-road costs. These technologies are all very new. Only a handful of vehicles currently have the 48-volt system. Another was the 2019 Dodge Ram 1500. Some of you will remember I talked about that, I guess, about 2 months ago when I had that vehicle. But expect to see more of this kind of thing, this type of system, in vehicles as we get closer to 2020 and as the manufacturers shift over to cope with the demands imposed on them by the government, which ultimately means the costs and demands imposed on us, because after all, the car companies have to make money and they're going to have to transfer all of these things onto us. They're doing the best they can, and we are getting some definite pluses out of it, as here, no need to worry about ever tensioning, tightening, replacing any belts, and it may be more efficient to drive certain accessories electrically than mechanically. So there are always pros and cons to everything. It's a question of whether the pros outweigh the cons or the reverse, and I guess time will tell. Anyway, I should have a review up of this vehicle shortly on the site. Please come on down and check it out. Let me know what you think. Also, I'll be on InfoWars later this morning and should have the audio of that up sometime this afternoon. So thanks for listening and viewing, and we'll catch up with you again soon.